the side of the road.
Oh, shit. Out to you again?
Last night.
You did? Okay.
Well, after I'd spoken to him, I sent Jason the whole chat line.
Okay, has he done it since then?
No.
Okay. All right, I got you. You think that Ryan would have told?
No, and I asked him about it last night.
Did you?
Yeah. He said no way.
He kept it to himself, you think?
Yeah, apparently I haven't, it's been a long time since I haven't even seen the guy since 2007.
Okay.
But the only people I can think of is maybe his brother. it was a couple weeks or months afterwards. Pretty close afterwards.
Okay. Where were y'all at?
We were, I'm not sure exactly where. I think we were riding around Oslo in a vehicle.
Okay.
I think him and Cliff were there at the same time.
Cliff. Okay.
And the next day, I guess they had told Hank, and Hank asked me about it.
They told me.
Right.
Okay. So him and Reese, so Hank and Cliff buddies?
Back then.
They were back then? Okay.
I couldn't tell you now.
Reese, heavyset guy?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think that Ryan would have told them? Hank, Reese, or?
I don't know. It's possible, though. I mean, not that I know of. I don't think so, though.
Why did Hank, you think, why did he confront you about that? What made him decide to confront you?
I really don't know. Maybe he wanted to talk to me before going to y'all or
Okay. Did he say he was going to come to us?
no. Not that I don't remember that.
Now, when you were riding with Cliff and Reese, it was around, you said this about a month or two after it happened, right?
Yeah, it's really fuzzy. I remember telling them. I remember Hank asking me, but as to exactly where we were.
No, I mean, but did they know that Ryan was involved, or what did you say? You know, Ryan's involvement, your involvement, or did you just kind of leave it to what you had to do?
I can't remember. I think I told them Ryan's involvement, but I
Okay.
honestly don't.
Now, were you buddies with Hank's brother?
Yeah, Ben.
Yeah. Did he know anything about this?
No, I don't think so.
Hello? Hey, boss. I am coming up on Pulaski County, so probably an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. Who's going to be there? Gotcha. All right. See you for. All right.
Yes.
Did you ever mention anything to a guy named Steve that you were in the military with?
I don't think I ever talked to Steve about it or not.
What's his last name?
Hunter.
Okay. What about, did you ever run with a girl named Lindsay Ross?
Yeah.
Did you ever discuss anything with her?
I don't think so.
go in and do that, you think?
I have no idea.
Was he a violent guy back then? Or, did it catch you by surprise when he told you that?
Definitely. No, I'd never known him to be violent. I'd never seen the guy get into a fight before.
Did he ever talk about Tara? About, was he attracted to her? Or?
Nothing before that.
Okay.
He'd never mentioned it to me.
Okay. Did she hang out or anything with any of the folks in that circle back then?
No, not that I know of.
Okay.
I think she was 10 years older than that.
Okay. So how old are you now?
32.
32? Okay. So you're what, 21 when this happened? Hey, you work up here, Perry? Or?
I'm gonna find something. I was going to school today back, but
Okay.
after all this, I'm definitely gonna keep going to school.
Yes. Yes. Hey, boss. Hey. Yes, sir. Okay. Well, be possibly shortly before. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm about 45 minutes away. 45 minutes to an hour, but I mean, I could probably be there closer to 45 if I step on it or whatever you need to do. Okay, because JT said kind of slow it down, but yeah. But I mean, we're headed that way now. All right. T. Okay. All right. 10-4. All right, thank you. Bye.
Are we meeting somebody?
No. I think they're having to handle something before we get down there, so I don't think they just want us to slow down a little bit.
It'd probably help for me to walk around back there again. It's changed a lot.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
just there's places where there brush, where there wasn't.
Yeah.
I don't know if some of those trees were, they're grown up.
Did anybody else know where her body was back there?
No, just see Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan.
I told Brooke.
Okay. Now, does she have any other injuries on her? Or?
No, just the discoloration on her neck, and I mean, her body was starting to, decompose. I guess not really decompose, but I mean, it just looked looked like it had been sitting out there.
Okay. Validity sitting in and stuff like that. Any of the clothing near your body or anything?
Not that I remember, no.
Okay. And this time you lived in Fitzgerald, right?
That's right.
Okay. And it was near the hospital?
Yeah, it was right across the street from the
But
hospital.
it's not there anymore, right?
No.
Okay. What road is that? I'm trying to think. So that's near Appomattox then, right? Where Appomattox comes out by whatever that road is.
I'm not sure what it's the same road that the old Isla Highway is on. So if you're coming from Votech
Okay.
and go through that stoplight going into Fitzgerald, it's right there.
Okay. Did he ever say anything about her car?
No.
Was she asleep when he...
That's what he said, yes.
Who was his? Who else was he? I know super close with. Were you his closest friend back then?
Yeah, definitely.
You were, okay. What made him pick out there, you think?
I think because he'd been there before, and it was one of the most remote places that he knew.
Okay.
And I guess he wanted to come back to Fitzgerald anyways because we were living there.
Okay. Gotcha. Did he say if you put her in the back of your truck or in the front cab?
I can't remember what.
What time did he come home and tell you this?
It was sometime either like the next afternoon or midday around then.
Okay.
Maybe or late morning.
Okay.
I'm not real sure about that.
And he told you this at your house in Fitzgerald by the hospital?
Yes.
All right. And then when did he take you to see the body?
Wednesday.
Okay.
Wednesday. What was that morning? I'm not sure.
Okay.
Exactly what time.
Did he say if he sexually assaulted her or was trying to have sex with her?
He said he didn't.
Really?
When I asked him, he said no.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I believe that. But.
Okay. And did y'all have a party? Okay. Before Terry went missing or was reported missing or was killed?
This was like 03, 04 or something like that.
Okay. Did you have a bonfire type party in that pecan orchard after that?
Not that I remember.
Okay. Obviously this got a lot of attention, national news. And probably had all that started by the time he showed you the body?
Yes.
Okay. So we were down, GBI was down here at the time. Everybody was, okay.
I think so, yeah.
Searching pretty hard. when all that tension was going on, did that ever spark any more conversations with him? You know, did it ever kind of spur him to want to talk about it?
Yeah, I think that we talked about it a few times.
Okay.
But I mean, as to the exact nature of those discussions, I don't know. I can't really remember all of it. Even some of the things that I told you about, things that he's told me about that night, probably have come from the subsequent conversations.
Okay.
But me being able to remember specific times or dates when they occurred or the exact dialogue,
Okay.
I guess I just can't remember.
Was this something that was he nervous about, or
Definitely.
was he ever bragging about it?
No, never bragging about it. Definitely a lot of anxiety.
Okay. So was he nervous we were going to figure out it was him back then?
Yes.
Was there anything else that could have linked him to her? That he was concerned about? Anything specific? Anybody else that could have saw him in an area, or camera, or anything? Anything he might have left at the scene?
No. He always told me, never seen anybody, never left anything.
Okay.
Which, I don't know, he told me he didn't wear gloves either, which, I don't know how you would do any of that without leaving a fingerprint or
Right.
something.
Did you ask him specifically, did you wear gloves?
I believe I did.
Okay. Now, did you graduate from Osceola?
Yeah, well, I got my GED. Right.
Okay. Now, did you know Tara at all?
I had her class my junior year.
Did you? Okay.
But that was it.
So was that like one of her first year teaching? No, maybe she's been teaching for a little bit now?
Yeah, I think she's been already there for a few years.
Okay. Was Ryan in that class with you?
No, this wasn't the U.S. history class that everybody has to take. It was an elective history class.
Okay.
There was only me and one other person. There was only 2 people in the class.
Okay.
I didn't have her U.S. history class.
Okay. I got you.
I don't know if he did or not.
Was there ever any rumors about Ryan doing this? Like any street talk ever about people?
Nobody ever, I don't think, came to me.
Okay.
Or told me anything like that.
Who was everybody thinking back then that was responsible? Who was it? I mean,
I couldn't speculate for anybody else.
But you never heard Ryan's name in that mix?
No.
Now, was Ryan, during that time, was he on drugs or?
He smoked a lot of pot.
Did he? Was he on cocaine or meth or?
I think cokes occasionally, never any meth.
Like hard or soft?
Soft.
Okay. So just would deal with powder every now and then?
Yeah.
And then, okay. Did he have like a daily habit?
No.
Okay. What about drinking?
Drank a lot.
Like every day?
Probably not every day.
Hey, alright, we're passing Wilcox SO now. Yes. Yes. Sounds good. I'm clear. Alright. Yes, sir.
Call ended.
Did he have any kind of like sexual deviancies that you're aware of?
No.
Okay, nothing that was weird or unusual? said that. So, when's the last time you talked to? I know Ryan talked to you last night. Did he talk to you before then?
Last Thursday, he messaged me. We talked then. Before that, it was last March.
Okay.
Before that, it was August of 07.
What did he say last Thursday?
I sent those, I think.
I'm just curious. I'm sure if you send them to Jason, that's fine. What about March?
How are you doing? How have you been? Type deal.
Sounds like that's out of character.
Yeah. I mean, it was weird. I think he was drunk, and he mentions that he messaged me when he messaged me on Thursday. He says, "Hey, sorry I bothered you. Was drinking. I apologize for bothering you." That's care. I mean, like his grammar's all off. And this is him on Thursday talking about a conversation we had in March of last year.
Okay.
And this one was just.
So he got married or anything like that?
Politics. I have no idea.
Okay. If we talk to Ryan, what do you think his reaction would be?
When I talked to him last night and asked him what he was going to say, he said nothing.
Okay.
So.
Now, she was naked when you saw her body, right?
That's right.
Did he say anything about unclothing her or taking her clothes off or anything like that?
I can't remember. I can't remember if he said that she was already naked or he had taken her clothes off.
Okay. was the how was she pretty exposed out in the open, or could you have seen her from,
You could have seen her from pretty close. I mean, from not, maybe 2 rows over, you probably could have seen her in the orchard.
Okay.
She was in some tall grass, but it was obvious that something was laying
Okay.
maybe from far away. Like that kind of grass
Okay.
out there, except more dense.
Okay.
It's like that.
Okay. You mentioned the injuries on her neck. How were those?
They were just discolored when you could tell there was some kind of bruising.
Okay. Was it different than the lividity?
Yeah, you could tell it was something.
Okay.
Definitely.
Was she just laying on her back, or was she laying on her stomach?
On her back.
Did she have any blood coming out of her mouth and nose or ears or anything?
Not that I remember. There were ants all over her too there.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Just covered her whole body, or
Yeah, pretty much. There's blood all over her.
any other animal activity?
Not that I could tell, which I thought was pretty weird.
Has she started to bloat any?
Not really.
Okay.
More just original still.
Well, how cool was it during this time?
It was pretty cool. I remember that day wearing a sweatshirt,
Okay.
hoodie, so it was pretty chilly.
And then, where did y'all burn her?
Back into that area.
Okay. Did y'all had to move her?
Yeah.
All right. Did you grab her legs, or?
I think I grabbed her arms.
Okay.
And he grabbed her feet.
Okay.
And we moved her into the truck.
Okay. And then, did y'all bury her at all? Okay. Just stack wood on top of her?
That's right.
How much wood would you say you put?
Total?
Yeah.
A lot. Maybe 4 or 5 loads.
Okay.
Truckloads.
Truckloads?
Truckloads.
Okay. We gotta wait here for a few minutes. So her body was. So y'all had wood. Could you have seen her after the wood was stacked on top of her?
No.
Okay.
This was a big fire.
Okay.
I'm so sick.
Yeah. Stretch my legs too.
you may proceed.
Would he have, is there anybody else that you think he would have disclosed this to? No, he said he didn't.
Not that I know of, like, I mean,
What about his parents?
it's possible.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Have you ever talked with your parents about this?
No.
Where they live?
My mother lives in Rochelle.
Okay.
On the farm there. My father lives in Sandy Springs.
Okay. They know what's going on right now?
No.
Okay. Who's your current girlfriend?
Brooke.
Brooke. Okay, that's right, Brooke. Now, how was Tara as a teacher back then?
I had her that one class with her. She was a pretty good teacher. She liked history a lot. Maybe she didn't know a whole lot about it, but she was a good teacher.
Was she? Okay. I mean, did y'all have a unusual relationship other than just
No.
not like sexual, but did she seem to have a more personal relationship with you or Ryan that you're aware of than she would have with other students?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. How many folks y'all have graduate from Milledgeville High back then?
I think there were 83 in my class.
Okay. Did you play ball for them?
Yeah.
Baseball?
Football.
Did you? Okay.
Wrestle.
Okay. What about Ryan? He play ball?
No, I didn't.
Okay. What used to be here?
I think it was. There's this I'm not 100% sure about all this though, but there's this Christian sect that lives out here in this area,
Okay.
and I think this was their place or whatever, kind of cultish.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I think so. I think you're still here.
Where they live, on this side of the road?
I think all through here, that Queensland.
Okay.
But I think this was a government place though.
This was?
I might have been.
So when did you join the Army?
In November of '06.
Okay. Did you enjoy it?
Most of it.
Yeah. How was Korea?
Korea's great. It's my favorite duty station.
Really?
For sure. Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What was good about it?
Well, it was just I was in a really small garrison in Daegu. It's a city down in southeastern Korea. And it's like a city the size of Chicago. It's like the Las Vegas of Korea.
Really?
There's 1,000 soldiers, 5 million people there. It's a lot, tons to do. You know, Koreans are fun
Yeah.
to be around. It's always a party. Get immersed in another culture. I mean, I was almost fluent in Hangul by the time I left.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you still speak it?
So, I mean, just the basics. I mean, I haven't spoken in almost 10 years. So.
Okay. How about that? Now, how long were you there for? So you there in 06?
August, I got there in August of '07
Okay.
and I finished training until July of '07.
Okay.
So August of '07 to August of '08, I was there.
Okay. Then you went to Savannah, I guess?
To Fort Stewart, to 3rd ID.
How'd you like? You enjoyed it pretty good?
I mean, it's 3rd ID. It's a high operational tempo. I mean, back-to-back deployments.
Okay.
It's not the best place in the Army to be, but it's not the worst either. But
Where's worst?
Hood, Polk, Irwin.
Really? And where's Irwin?
It's in California. It's the National Training Center out in the Mojave Desert.
Okay. Ain't nothing then.
No, I spent a month before my Iraq deployment out there and a month before the Afghanistan deployment out there, and it's just, there's nothing out there. The guys that are stationed there permanently just play operational for, Op 4, opposition forces, and they spend a lot of time out in the field doing a lot of nothing, really.
Yeah. How about, how many deployments did you have?
2.
How long were they?
It was a year in Iraq and 9 months in Afghanistan.
Okay. A long time. Did you have any break between those two?
Yeah, I had a 15-month break between those 2.
Gotcha. Ain't a whole lot though.
No, we weren't even scheduled on what's called like the patch chart to deploy anywhere. Kind of a surprise mission came up with combining with Special Forces Task Force Afghanistan. We had like 2 months to turn our combined arms battalion to a light infantry battalion and go partner with some SF teams to do some field stability operations in northern Afghanistan for 9 months.
Gotcha. Did you ex-wife say anything else?
No, she just wanted me to talk to her later.
Okay. Has Ryan been back out there, you think?
I have no idea.
Okay. Now, is this your family's property?
Yeah, it's my uncle owns most of the Hudson Pecan Company. And that's one of the orchards that the company owns, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Is this your dad's brother or your mom's brother?
Mother's brother.
Okay. As where else he own farms at?
The Pecan Company owns like 4,000 acres between Osceola and Dodge County, several different farms and orchards.
Okay. I got you. So I guess, here too, you said towards Dodge?
Yeah. There's some in Osceola, Fitzgerald.
How many acres they got, you think?
4,000.
4? Wow. Pretty big operation.
Yeah.
Are you close with your uncle?
Not really.
Really?
No. I worked for the company up until last June.
Okay.
when I started school.
Okay. What'd you do for him?
Farm and stuff, drove a tractor, did irrigation. I worked at the plant last harvest season before this year.
Did you?
Weighing, working just making sure everything was weighed coming in, keeping track of the numbers and all that.
Hello. Hey man, how's it going? Okay, yeah, it is. It is. She's going to get with me probably early next week, and I think wants to talk with her client, and we may set something up at a later time, but right now for tomorrow's canceled. Yeah, yeah, going well. Yes. Hey, brother, I will. I'll holler at you. I appreciate you, Sean. Did he say if Tara said anything to him, during all this?
No.
Anything,
No.
Did she try to fight him at all? Did he say that?
He didn't tell me anything like that.
Okay. Did it look like he used his hands on her neck? Or did it look like he used like a rope or something to...
It looked more to me like hands, but I'm not an expert. I didn't see no like ligature marks or anything
Okay.
like that.
Did he say I used my hands or...
Yeah, he said he used his hands.
Okay. So he just said I jumped, she was in the bed, got on top of her and choked her.
Yeah.
Okay. Did he ever say if he left or came back, or he just said...
No, he didn't say he left and came back.
Okay. Has he stayed in Ursula this whole time?
I couldn't say.
You don't know?
Like I said before, last year I hadn't talked to him since 07.
Okay. Do you think that he is wondering about us right now?
Definitely.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's certainly no coincidence that he messaged me on Thursday.
Yeah.
I mean, that's way too... That's not likely.
Okay.
I mean, I guess if somebody y'all had talked to... I didn't talk to him. I guess if somebody y'all had talked to him probably talked to him and said...
Okay.
Or raising questions or whatever.
Okay.
I mean, it's just not a coincidence.
You're going to reach out to him?
No.
Okay. Does she have any rings on her fingers or anything like that? Earrings or...
No, just a belly button ring.
Do you remember what it looked like?
I think it was plain steel. good type belly button ring.
Like a bar, or was it a...
I think it was a bar. I can't remember if it was like any jewelry. No, it was like a bar.
Okay. Any tattoos?
Not that I remember.
Okay. So it was just ants, on no buzzards or anything like that? Man, that's
It's weird, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or hogs. There's all kinds of animals.
Coyotes?
Yeah. Could have been anything. I mean, it's weird to me that she was set out there for that long.
Why do you think he picked out here by your family's land? Do you think it's because he knew?
I think it may have had something to do with it.
Do you think, because he was your buddy and...
He knew I might help.
Mm-hmm.
Very possible. I think it's really just... I don't think he knew anywhere else either. It was this remote to go to.
What kind of truck did you have at that time?
It was a white Ford F-150, single cab.
White, okay, what year model would have been?
99?
So it was the rounded...
Yeah.
That's like one of the first years they had, like 98, I think, is when they came out there.
Yeah,
Maybe it might have been like into 97.
It was the rounded
Yeah.
hood, yeah.
Okay, so it was two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive?
Two-wheel drive.
Okay. Was it like the sport package that will
No.
roll up windows, or?
Yeah, it was the... Yeah, okay, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I mean, it had the hand-rolled windows, all that, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just the basic model.
Okay. And if I remember right, you wrecked that truck, right? Or somebody
Yeah,
did?
I did. Right before I went to Iraq in 2009,
Okay.
somebody hit me in a parking lot.
Okay. Did he say, he never said where, but he, if I understand it right, did he drive your truck out to Tara's house when he did this?
Yes.
Alright, so he left your house in Fitzgerald by the hospital, drove to Osceola, killed Tara, did whatever with the body, came back, woke you up Sunday morning, said, hey, I killed Tara Grinstead.
Yes. That's my understanding.
I mean, is that what he said or not?
That's what he said,
Okay.
yeah.
Did he elaborate any more when what was your response when he first told you that?
I didn't believe him. I thought he was fucking out of his mind or drunk or something still. I didn't think anything of it until the next day when his brother came home and told me that she was missing. And then
Do you think his brother knew what he did?
I don't know. I told his brother what he had told me right then. And he reacted the same way, just disbelief.
What's his brother's name again?
Stephen.
So when did Stephen come home?
It'll be Monday afternoon.
Okay, and you said, well, hell, Ryan said he killed Tara.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Wednesday, he asked you.
Well, I pressed him on it.
Okay, so where were y'all at when you pressed him on it?
At our house. We were there.
And what did you recall saying to him?
I don't remember the exact words I used. I remember asking him about it, and him telling me he was going to show me.
Okay. Was he going to leave her there, you think, until you...
I don't know what his plan was. I don't think he had a plan. I mean...
Was it his idea to do the wood, or was that your idea?
Might have been mine.
Okay. Did he, how did he seem when he, was he still,
Yeah,
was he panicked, or was he pretty calm, or?
He wasn't calm. It was definitely still a lot of anxiety.
Okay. Were y'all like passing search crews or anything like that?
No, I never saw one.
Okay. Did you or him ever participate in a search crew?
No. That'd be pretty fucked up. No.
Okay. Any of anybody in that circle participate in the search crew that you're aware of? I know a lot of folks in the community.
Probably. I'm not.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you specifically.
Okay. Did you ever think about coming forward before this?
The whole time.
Really? Just kind of, well, I know it's a lot to carry. Did you ever, was there any close calls before then? Before this time?
I don't think so, no.
Okay. What about Ryan? Anything ever happened to him that was close that he was concerned about?
Not that he ever expressed to me.
Okay. Are you aware of any kind of charges he had on him around that time? They've been arrested?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so. Since then, I don't know.
Okay.
But,
yeah, I mean, I'm more talking about around.
yeah.
So you did a little bit of powder,
Yeah.
drank, smoked weed,
Yeah.
but now are you aware of any other?
No.
I'm trying to think what was. I don't even know if meth had really taken off. I guess it had some back then.
I think it was around some. He or I had never
Okay.
was into that, no.
I know Fitzgerald had a lot of crack cocaine
Never into that.
at one time. But, so he just fooled with powder occasionally?
Yeah.
Did you have a drug problem back then?
I used to, yeah, probably. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I did.
like a party drugs or?
Party drugs, yeah.
Okay. You smoking no cigarette?
Sure.
You can stand on this side if you want to.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. do then?
He worked at MDI, the plant here in Fitzgerald.
Okay. Is it still open?
I think so.
Okay. At one time, I said Fitzgerald was pretty industrious, wasn't it? It was
Yeah.
pretty. I don't think it's like that anymore. Well, I think
A bunch of the plants closed when they lost the Delphi plant and I think one of the carpet plants.
yeah, Shaw Industry.
Shaw.
Yeah. Well, was he one? Was he like, you know, was he awkward with girls, or do you think would he be one that could potentially spark a relationship with Tara?
I doubt it.
Okay. Or do you think it was Tara kind of, she like above his league, or do you think he?
I would definitely say he would be out of his league, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, not just the age difference, but yeah. He wasn't very good with girls, no.
Okay. If anybody else were to have helped him, who do you think it would have been? If anybody else would
I
have?
can't think of anybody that would.
Well, do you think his brother would have done that for him, or do you think he would have kept his brother out of it?
Maybe if he would ask, but he never told me that did any effects. Steven never mentioned it to me in any way.
Okay.
So, I don't know if Steven would have anything about it.
Now, who's your brother?
Jake?
Did you ever talk to Jake about this?
No.
Okay. Where's Jake live now?
Oh, wow.
Does he know about what's going on now?
No.
Okay.
Well, he may by now start talking to people. He hasn't spoken to anybody.
Well, I don't know, man. I mean, I'll say this, for having to do interviews on this case and not have media down here, it had to have stayed pretty tight-lipped at this point. So, he very well may not know, you know.
He would probably call me, so he probably doesn't know.
Yeah. Now, does she have any injuries? I know you mentioned her neck. What about her eyes? Any bruising around her eyes?
Not that I noticed.
Were they open or closed?
I think they were closed.
Okay.
But there were still ants everywhere too. I mean,
So she was covered with ants? Or does she have,
yeah, there were ants. I mean, she wasn't like covered in them, but there were ants all over.
Okay. Any maggots that started yet or anything like that?
I don't remember seeing them.
And does she have skin slippage yet?
No, I mean, I didn't. We picked her up. There wasn't any like sloughing or anything like that.
Okay. Hey, Temple. feel like he's the kind of guy that could maintain a secret like that for a long period of time?
After the interaction with that with the past couple days.
Alright, I think I know where this is at, but I'm going to get you to show me. I know the general area. Y'all ever, did they do like control burns on this area where y'all buried her or burned her?
I would imagine so.
Because y'all actually burned her in a pine thicket, right? Okay, so y'all moved her from pecan orchard to the pine thicket. How far was the row of pines from pecan?
The action, I mean, it's right beside.
Okay. So y'all didn't carry her far?
Yeah, well, it's not real far, but it's about, you need to drive.
Okay, so y'all picked her up, put her in the trunk,
Yes.
and drove her? Okay. And it was that white F-150? Who went and got the wood? So y'all left her there, both went filled up the truck with wood, and then came back together? Y'all came back on Thursday, right? What time did y'all come back there? Okay. Did y'all check on her, go get wood, and come back, or did y'all just fill her up with wood and went straight there? Did you see flesh or skin when you came back? Did you see bone? Remember what kind of bone you saw?
Maybe ribs. Vertebrae.
Okay. Right here, right? It's not this white fence right here? Okay. Look here, the Now, who owned this house then?
I think the same person that still does.
Okay.
Not sure.
Are they do they own this pine thicket then?
I really don't know who owns what exactly.
The Pecan's your family.
Yes.
Pecan.
I'm not sure. Something like that.
Is this white fence here then?
I believe so.
Looks like they have one more. Is this where y'all got the firewood and fat? Okay, yeah.
The last 2 or 3 stalls.
What kind of wood was it?
Began road. Someone that could identify that.
The around to the left.
Yeah, for all these tracks.
Is this the way y'all went?
I can't think of the brand I have, but it's just a little digital recorder.
When we hear that static going on, do you know what causes that?
Some of that could have been my radio. I've got a radio in the car, or it just could be from, background noise or something like that.
Do you know where you had your recorder that day, like in your pocket or somewhere else?
I believe I put it in the cup holder in between us. I believe.
At the end there, where we hear it got more staticky, were y'all walking at that point?
No, we were driving through the pecan orchard. I think that's what that is. So the ground was kind of rough, and so.
I understand. So you were bouncing.
Right. Yes, ma'am.
Now, there was a portion at the end there that was difficult for me to hear, and so I just want to make sure I wanted to ask you about that. At some point, you asked Mr. Dukes if he ever went back and saw whether or not there was ever any flesh left.
Right. Yes, ma'am.
What did he tell you about that?
He said that he didn't see any flesh, but he saw either bones or vertebrae.
Okay. And did he describe that, and was that what he said, was it bones or vertebrae, or did he describe what bones he saw other than possibly the vertebrae?
Excuse me, ribs or vertebrae.
Okay, sorry,
Ribs.
just want to be clear.
Yeah, correct.
Now, the drive from Perry to Fitzgerald Farms, that used to take you 2 hours?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Why was it taking that long?
Well, at some point, it was either my supervisor, J.T. Ricketson, or Todd Crosby asked me to just hold up. At that time, they were bringing Ryan Duke out to the same area, and so we didn't want a situation where we had Bo and Ryan there at the same time. So I pulled over until I got a phone call to go ahead and bring Bo.
So, would it be fair to say a good portion of that time you and Bo were just basically sitting on the side of the road?
Yes, ma'am. It was a parking lot off 129, yeah.
Okay. And the portions where it sort of just goes silent and we don't hear anything, what's going on there?
Stepped outside, I let him smoke a cigarette, stretch legs. And
Did you stay once you got to the pecan orchard that afternoon?
No, well, I dropped Bo off, and I think I stayed at my car. Matty got out and talked to another agent, but I didn't walk off with Bo. I don't think he was gone for very long, and then I took him back to Perry.
Did you turn your recorder back on when you're taking him back?
No, ma'am.
Did you recall any substantive conversation about the case on the way back?
No, I don't.
Other than what we've heard here in the courtroom today, did you ever interview Bo Dukes on any other occasions?
No, ma'am.
I don't have any further questions. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, Ed.
Good morning.
This interview we heard occurs on February 22nd, 2017, correct?
That's correct.
And this is the day after Mr. Dukes had sat down with Agent Shadell and your brother, the other agent, Holly,
Right.
and had given them a statement and then rode with them down to the conference room.
I was aware that he was interviewed by Agent Shadell and Agent Holland. I didn't recall that they actually had been to the pecan orchard, but I'm sure that they have.
Things were moving fast.
Sure, right.
There was a lot going on.
Yes, sir.
And you understood that Mr. Dukes had contacted the GBI and had told them, want to kind of clear up where this location may be with the orchard. That was the purpose of him riding with you that day.
That's correct.
Okay. To get the forensic team to the right place.
That's correct.
And he knew he was being recorded. You said the recorder's right there in the cup holder.
I believe it was in the cup holder, best I can recall.
You didn't try to hide the fact.
I don't think so. I don't believe so. No, sir.
But it'd be fair to say you expected Mr. Dukes to be honest with you in the questions you were asking him.
Yes.
You weren't trying to trick him, deceive him into giving you answers.
No, sir.
And you did ask him questions as you were going down the road.
Right.
Questions about this case.
Yes, sir.
And he answered those candidly.
That's correct.
In your opinion, he answered those truthfully.
In my opinion, he answered them truthfully. Yes, sir.
And in fact, at some point you ran out of questions concerning this case, and we have moments of silence where you all are making small talk.
Right. This wasn't a typical interview. I realized that he'd been interviewed before. And at this time, before picking Bo up, I was in Ocilla conducting other interviews, so I was asked to go pick him up. And so just on the way down there, as I thought of questions, I just asked them. I wasn't sure exactly what Agent Shadell or Agent Holland had specifically covered with him prior.
And he answered your questions.
Yes. Yes, sir.
He didn't seem to be minimizing his answers. He gave you details.
That's correct.
Thank you.
All right. Yes, sir.
No further questions of this witness, Judge.
All right, you step
All
down.
right. Thank you.
Judge, may he be excused?
Any objection?
No objection.
All right, you're excused.
Yes, sir.